Question for you, Juwan. Look at that pivot point right now.
Yeah.
When you look at this pivot, the pivot point, look back from the previous day yesterday and look back through post-market and pre-market. What has the stock done around this pivot? What has the price action looked like around this pivot?
I'm trying to look for it yesterday on the chart.
Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Yep. Take a look at my screen. See what you see. Tell me if you see anything interesting around the screen.
It's kind of it went down, but it also like came back to it.
Came back to the what?
It came back to the pivot point, like it's close to it.
Okay. And every time it came to that pivot point, what happened?
It kind of like bounced off of it.
Say it one more time for the people in the back. You did what?
It bounced off of it.
Exactly. Exactly. So what does that tell us about this pivot point?
That's a good entry point.
Bingo. And then once again, tell me, why is it a good entry point again?
Because it keeps bouncing off the pivot point.
There you go. So now, if we're trading right now and we see that this is happening, what are we expecting right now with the market, the current market right now? We see the stock price. Take this off. Well, I can leave it on for now. We see the stock price. 1 second. Where is it? Okay, boom. Hold on 1 second. Okay, there we go. So right now we see the stock price is coming towards the pivot, right? And 1 second, I'm sorry. Okay, so we see the actual, we see that the price is coming back down towards our pivot. And we notice all the way from yesterday, since 11:30 yesterday, okay, 11:30 a.m. yesterday, we did not break the pivot. Now, this is a pivot this is today's pivot. But you can see today's pivot is holding strong, is the actual level where it held strong at yesterday. So we never broke that pivot from yesterday or broke that level of support from yesterday. So if I'm a trader right now, what I'm looking for is I'm looking to see, hey, are we going to break this level? Are we going to break this level of support right here? Since 11:30 yesterday, we haven't broken that level. So the next time we come down to this level, I'm looking for a potential bounce off of that particular level if the price holds. Now, if it breaks through this level, right? If it breaks through this level, what does that tell me now? Like, aha, it tells me something. It's telling me, hey, we finally broke through a level that we have been above since 11:30 the previous day. So if I break through this level now, it's a strong possibility that we may go back down. And let me ask you this question. If you're looking at my right now at the screen, Juwan, right now I'm on the 30-minute time. I'm on a 30-minute time frame, Miss Young. If you're looking at my screen right now, if we break through this pivot point, tell me, where do you think we're going? If we break through this purple line right now, look back at the previous day and look back at our pivot points right now. If we go beneath that purple line, where do you think we're going? Exactly. Exactly. Going down. But what price level are we going to?
We're going back to the 471.87, right?
Exactly. Because that's our what? That's our support one. And it just so happened our support one is the same exact level of support from previous day yesterday. You see how the pivots show you where people hanging around at, where price can actually redirect and change? That's what the pivots show you. Okay. And why is this important? This is important for, once again, if you're day trading, this is important for exits and entries. Okay. It's important for exits and entries. As you can see this morning, as soon as the market opened this morning, the stock market bounced off of this pivot and shot right up to the R1. When it hit the R1, what did it do? It rejected the R1. Okay. Now, when it rejected this R1, what did it tell us? It told us, hey, this is confirmation. Confirmation about what? Confirmation that this is a strong level of resistance and this is a strong level of support. So therefore, I have a play today outside of either one of these boxes. Because what time is it as well? When you look at the screen right now, what time is it currently? Not the actual time, but if we look at our chart, our 9 EMA and our 21 EMA is what? The 9 EMA and the 21 EMA is what right now? They're right beside each other. So what time is that? Decision-making time. It's decision-making time. So if we look on the 30-minute time frame right now, let's go to the 15-minute time frame. The 15-minute time frame shows us this. It's decision-making time on the 15-minute time frame, and I'm inside of a box. That's beautiful. Okay? All right, so that's why the first thing, whenever I start trading, the first thing I always do is I pull up my pivots. Okay? First thing I do is put up my pivots. I want to know what the strong level of support is for the daily level. And also on TradingView, I'm going to show you TradingView in a second. On TradingView, I actually have intraday pivots as well. Okay, intraday, like 1 hour pivots, 4 hour pivots, and 8 hour pivots. And that's using TradingView. Like I said, I highly recommend everyone has TradingView. Okay. All right. So now, next thing is, let's find out where our zones are. Let's find our levels as far as our supply and demand zones. Okay. How early should you do your pivots? You can actually do your pivots as soon as the market closes, Miss Young. So as soon as, like, for example, today, as soon as 4 o'clock comes today, I can go ahead and set my pivots for the next day. Because the pivots are based off of the previous day high, previous day low, and the previous day close. So at 4 o'clock today, the previous day high, previous day low will be the high from today, the high from the low, and the high for the close for the day. That will go over for tomorrow. So as soon as 4 p.m. comes, you can do that.
You erase the old ones?
Yep, you erase the old ones. You erase the old pivots. Yes. Pivots are something that you would do every single day. Every single day you would do pivots. Okay. Sounds good. And basically what it does is just gives you that thing so you can say, okay, this level right here, boom, strong level of support. This level right here, strong level of resistance. So you're not going into it blind, because who want to look at a screen and they look at a screen and it's just like, I don't see anything, and it's just blind. Holy crap. Meta, look at Meta, everybody. Meta going crazy right now. Look at Meta. What time is it? 10 o'clock yet? Yeah, it's 10:14. All right, so Meta's going crazy. Look at Meta. Sensei 7. Did we got news that came out on Meta or something? It says Mark Zuckerberg says he's raising cows in Hawaii on beer and nuts. Social media has thought, okay, what does that have to do with the market? Okay, that has absolutely nothing to do with the market. Meta stock can soar on 3 catalysts, says analysts. The case to buy. Okay. I do like Meta going into 2024 though. I think Meta's going to actually I think Meta may hit 500. I believe Meta will hit I believe Meta may hit $500 in 2024. I know it's going to be crazy. Yes, Gracie. Yes, Miss Gracie. This is being recorded and it'll be in your portal. Yep, it'll be in your portal. The previous classes we had on Monday and Tuesday should be in the portal as well. So this will be in your portal. Okay. All right. So next, let's take a look at something else right quick. Okay. So now let's focus on our zones. Okay. Let's go in. Let's focus on our zones. And for our supply and demand zones, I like to go to Trading View to get my supply and demand zones. Okay. So let me kind of break this down to you right quick. So let me share my screen. All right. So pivots. First thing we look at is our pivots. And I'm going to go back to the levels as well, because there's other levels that I want to show you guys. If you do not want to use the pivots, there's other things you can do as well. And I want to show that to you, but I want to go to the zones right now. So boom, now let's go to the zones. First thing I do when I'm looking at my zones is I go to the 1 year, 1 day time frame. Okay, this is every single day, right? Until the zone is broken. If the zone is not broken, the zone is going to be that zone until it's actually broken. Okay, so I come here to the 1 year, 1 day on whatever stock I'm looking at, and I say, okay, do I have any supply demand zones close to the current price, everyone? Close to the current price. So if the current price is 474, I'm going to try to find my supply and demand zones that's close to 474. Okay, that's close to 474. All right. So on the 1 year, 1 day, I see my closest demand zone is down here in this gray box, the gray and the blue. The gray box is 413. So I know on my 1 year, 1 day time frame, I do not have a close supply and demand zone at all. Okay. So I want to drill down to the next level. I want to drill down to the 4 hour time frame now. Okay. And I want to see if the 4 hour time frame has any levels for me here. Okay. So boom. Now I look at the 4 hour time frame. The 4 hour time frame is telling me something. What is it telling me? It's telling on the 4 hour time frame, we have a supply zone that begins at 476. Okay. And it goes all the way to basically goes to 480. That's the overarching one, 476 to 480. So it's a 4 hour zone. Okay. So that tells me we have a supply zone there. I look for my demand zones, and my next demand zone says 456 on the 4 hour time frame. Okay. So now I have a closer supply zone, right? But I want to drill down a little bit further. Okay. I want to drill down to the 1 hour time frame now. All right. So the 1 hour time frame, I drill down, and let's see what I have here on TradingView. Okay. I have a supply zone at 475.5. Okay, so roughly around 476 still. All right. So now I know that the closest levels that I have for a supply zone and for a demand zone is basically that 475.5 level, 476. And my closest demand zone starts at 468. So now what I'll do is, if I want to just use Thinkorswim, I'll just go back to Thinkorswim, and I would draw these levels inside of Thinkorswim. So I will have a level of basically I can do 475 to 476.5. That's $1. But also remember, it goes up to 480 on the 8 hour time frame. But I'm more so focused right now on the closest one that I have. So I'm going to do that 475.5 to that 477.5, a $2 range. Okay. So that's a $2 range. And so let me go back to Thinkorswim. All right, go back to Thinkorswim and show this to you. Okay, so right here on Thinkorswim, we'll go back to SPY. And I have that 475 to 478.5. Plug up my laptop, it's about to die. Okay, so 475, 475.5, basically right around here, to 477.5. So right around there. Okay, so boom. Now I see that I have this is my supply zone, and my demand zone was 460, 468 down to 466.5. Okay, that's a 1 hour. That's a 4 hour, 1 hour demand zone. So right down here. All right, that's my demand zones. Okay, so now I have my supply zone and I have my demand zone. Okay, and if you look at that R1, that resistance 1 is sitting right there at my demand zone. I mean, right there at my supply zone. What do we call a supply zone, everybody? We call a supply zone Mary J. Blige. All right, we call a supply zone Mary J. Blige because the majority of the time, when it comes to the supply zone, it rejects and it pushes down. All right, so Mary J. Blige, I'm going down. Okay, that's what we call our supply zone. Okay. So first thing first, like I say, you're fairly new. So I want you to get this part down packed first before trying to throw everything at you. Remember, every single morning when you come to the market, start off drawing your pivot points. Second thing is find your supply and demand zones. And this is why I say TradingView is great, because you saw how easy it was for me to go through the 1 year, 1 day, the 4 hour time frame, and the 1 hour time frame and find the zones that was close to the current price. All right. Without TradingView, you have to do it yourself. Okay. Work smarter, not harder. All right. Smarter, not harder. All right. Any questions?
Yes, sir. Can I do the find demand zones tonight also? While I wait until
Yeah.
market opens?
Yeah. You can do supply and demand zones at night. Sometimes if the stock market goes crazy doing pre-market and post-market, that zone, if it's broken, that zone will be potentially broken. But you can do them overnight. And for example, this zone right here that I have, this zone has been a zone for at least for a long time, actually. Okay, so when you draw them supply and demand zones, they're still supply and demand zones until the level is broken, until that zone is actually broken. And that's when you want to go start finding your next supply and demand zones. Okay. So it may be like a one-time thing for you until those levels are broken. And then you can just leave them there. You can just erase your pivot points, but just leave your supply and demand zones there. So until this zone right here is broken, this zone will be on my screen. This 1 hour demand supply zone will be there until it's broken. All right. Okay. So look, let's break this down. Let's break this stock down. Let's look at it. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do meta. Okay. Let's do it again. Okay. I want to make sure you guys get it, understand it. Let's take a look at meta. Do the process over again. All right. So with meta, this is meta right here. So first thing we want to do, as soon as we come, now this time, this is what I'm going to do though. This is what I'm going to do this time, right? Instead of doing pivots this time on meta, right? Well, no, I'm going to go ahead and do I'm going to do the pivots. All right. So on meta, let's do the exact same thing. All right. Let's get our pivot calculator out. Okay. So grab our pivot calculator. 1 second. Let me get everything together for you. And like I said, on TradingView, once again, these indicators are already there. Okay, these levels are already there on TradingView, so you don't have to use the actual the calculator if you don't want to, because they're already there. But I want you guys to learn how to do it on your own first, and then you can say, okay, I always know I can do it on my own, but for now I'm just trying to use TradingView. But just having that knowledge, saying I know how to draw these supply and demand zones and all that good stuff on your own is everything. Okay. So let me share my screen. All right, here we go. Okay, so I have the pivot calculator up. and I have the pivot calculator, and I have so I have the pivot calculator and I have Meta up. Okay, so the previous day high for Meta yesterday was roughly around, roughly around 360.80. So I'm gonna come right here, previous high 3608. Boom. The previous day low for Meta yesterday was roughly around 355.51. So come here, 355.51. And the previous day close yesterday for Meta was right around, right around 357.42. Roughly 357.42. All right. You see my pivot points calculated right here. So now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to document my pivot points. So pivot point for Meta is 357.91. 357.91. All right. Change my tool. $357.91. Boom. Okay, that's my pivot point for Meta. My support one, 355.02. 355.02. Right around there. My support two is 352.62. 352.62. All right. My resistance one is 360.31. 360.31 is my resistance one. And my resistance two is 363.20. 363.20. Okay. So now these are my levels. Like I always do, I always go right here. I like to change my pivot point to a different color just so it can stand out. Now, boom, there we have it. Pivot points intact. Now, if I break down Meta right now, take a look at it. If I break down Meta right now, look what happened. It bounced off of my pivot this morning around 9 o'clock and it went crazy. Okay. It bounced off of my pivot at 9 o'clock and it went crazy. It went bananas. Off of the pivot point, it broke through the R1 and it broke through the R2. Okay. Broke through the R1 and broke through the R2. Okay. All right. Everybody hold 1 second for a moment. I have to go and grab something. Give me a second. Okay. All right, everybody, be one more second, okay? Give me one more second. The contractor in my house taking a look at some things, so 1 second. All right. All right. I'm back. Okay. So, what I was saying with Meta, we see that Meta has it bounced off of that level, pushed up, and now it's coming back, right? Now it's attempting to not attempt to come back, but now it's close to it broke through the R1 and broke through the R2, right? So if we want to move forward with pivots, now we have to do the calculations to draw more pivots and more pivots and more pivots, okay? But now let's break down and look at the levels on Meta as well, okay? Let's look at the levels on Meta and see what the levels on Meta looks like. We've got our pivots, and now let's go to Trading View. All right. So now right here on Trading View, what do we have? So right here on Trading View, look what we have when we go to Meta. That's Meta. META. Look at this. Look at this. This is the 1 hour time frame. So what I always do, I always start off, no matter what I'm looking at, I start off on the 1 day time frame. The reason why I do the reason why we do the 1 day time frame is so we can see far out what's going on. Okay? What's going on, right? So right here, if we look at Meta, we see on the 1 year, 1 day time frame, the highest, the supply zone is the 379 to 384. Okay, and we have a demand zone at 352. The current price is 367. So now we want to continue to drill down so we can find a location that's closer to our current stock price. Okay. Close to our current stock price. So let's drill down to the 4 hour time frame now. Go to the 4 hour time frame. and let's see where's our next supply zone. On the 4-hour time frame, our next supply zone is roughly that 382, and our demand zone is 345. Now that's still a big gap from the current price. The current price is 367. The next supply zone, Mary J. Blige, is 380 something. The next demand zone, Big Mama's house, is 345. I need to get closer. All right, I need some prices that's closer. So now I drill down to the 1-hour time frame. Boom. I go down to the 1-hour time frame now. On the 1-hour time frame, it's the same thing. My demand zone is closer, which is a 360. But look, I do not have a supply zone. Okay, there's no supply zone in the 1-hour time frame. What does that mean, Chris? What is that? What is Meta trying to say? Right now, it's saying we don't have any data in between the current price of 367 to 384. Hey, buddy, what you doing over there? 384. There's no data there that's saying, hey, this is a zone where this is the zone where a whole bunch of sellers were. Okay? So it's something to take a look at, something to look out for. All right, and we may have to drill down to smaller time frames, maybe like the 30-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, just to kind of find the supply zone. Okay, so that's how that's how we do. That's how you break down your charts. Those are the first two things you do every single day when you start trading. Every single day. Understand your supply zones, understand your demand zones, understand your pivots, and so is it? Great question, Miss Young. I was waiting for somebody to ask that question. Okay, I was waiting for someone to ask the question. Okay, great question, Miss Young. And this is the answer, right? You will want to drill down to your 30-minute, 15-minute time frame, right? And look at those technical analysis. But also, what you want to focus on is we pushed up a huge push up, right? Which means we got to have a small little pullback. Then that may be an opportunity for you to enter in. Now, if you're day trading or if you're swing trading, I always say the same. I always kind of give this caveat. If you're swing trading for a long-term call position, I love it. I love Meta. Okay. If you're day trading Meta, I love Meta as a day trade as well. Okay. I'm honestly going to look at Meta today, and I'm going to kind of break down my entry for Meta if I get in. Let me show it to you right quick. To answer your question, Ms. Young, let me break it down for you right quick. Take a look right here. Right now on Meta, we see that Meta has pushed up, big 15-minute time frame. Ever since Meta has pushed up, have we went anywhere yet, Ms. Young? Put it in the chat. I know you probably at work, so you probably can't talk too much. But have we done anything else on Meta since that huge push up? Exactly, we haven't. So what should we do right now if we're looking at trading Meta? We should say, hey, for an intraday trade, where is the next level of resistance? The next level of resistance on Meta right now, one second. The next level of resistance on Meta right now is right here. Boom. Why? Because that's where the stock went to and stopped it. So what have I done again now? Now I've put the stocks inside of another box. So a break above this level right here means what for Meta? Means we're going to keep on rolling, keep on rolling, keep on going. Okay? So for Meta right now, I'm looking for a break of this level right here to keep moving. But if we do not break this level and we come down here, I'm looking for a break of this R2 to shoot back down somewhat down to this R1 area, down this 360 area. Okay? So that would be my play as far as a day trade. Break above this level and hold, looking for calls to take it up for maybe 370, 372. Okay. If we do not break this level, I'm looking for a break of this R2 right here at 363.15 and take it back down to that 360, then potentially back down to that pivot point. Okay. Yep. Okay. That's the type of plays that I would be looking for at Meta. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is, Miss Young, I want you to right now. You should be trading only paper money, Miss Young. Right now, you should be trading paper money right now. You're fairly new, so I just want you to focus on trading paper money at the time. So, what I want you to do, if you can, hey, bud, I had to bring my son downstairs with me. But if you can, buy a call on Meta paper money and buy a put on paper money. Okay, spend the same amount of money and see how both of those positions play out for you. Okay. That's a good question, Miss Young. I'm not sure about the pivot calculator on Google Play. Just go back and do the go back and back test it. Hey, let me grab this boy. Come here, man. Come here, man. Oh, okay. So go back and back test it, Miss Young, and see if it works. See if it actually works out for you, because sometimes people may use different calculations. So just make sure you go back and back test it, okay, for that pivot calculator off Google Play.
Are you able to do that with me?
Yeah, I can. Yep. So what we can do is, matter of fact, let's do this for tomorrow on our tech call. I will have tomorrow we have tomorrow's not our tech call. Tomorrow we will have our counseling session. But yes, for me and you, let's find some time where me and you can jump on a call together. I don't know what your schedule is. Just write me what your schedule is, and I'll make time. And me and you can go back and do a back test on that pivot calculator. So we'll do SPY from yesterday and see what levels we get, and then so on and so on. Okay.
I thought we were going to do it now.
Oh no, we can. You want to do it now? I didn't know if you was ready. You want to do it now?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it now. Yeah, let's do it now.
Previous high at 360.64. Is that correct?
Let me pull it up 1 second. Yeah, my bad. I didn't know you was ready for it. Let's go. Okay, so yes, we have. So matter of fact, the previous house SPY from yesterday. Let me pull that up. 1 second. Boom, 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 boom. 1 second. Let me see what that is. That previous high on SPY. Yep. So yesterday SPY previous day high 474.93. Yep. What's the next one?
Previous low.
The previous low 471.35.
Previous close.
473.88. All right, so what level did it give you for a pivot point?
Okay, the pivot point it gave me is 473.39.
Yep, that's close. Yep, I like it. Does it give you R1s, R2s, S1s, S2s as well?
All the way up to 3, so it gives me 3 resistant lines and 3 support lines.
All right, what's your support one?
Support 1, it gives me 471.84.
Let's go. What did it give you for support 2?
Support 2 is 469.84.
Let's go. What did it give you for R1?
R1, it gave me 475.42.
And what did it give you for R2?
Resistance 476.97.
Listen, you better send me that link ASAP so I can download it myself and use it. Give it to me. Send me the link. I want it. I'm using it too. It was a free calculator?
Yeah, it's free on Google Play.
What's the name of it?
It's called Pivot Points.
What's the what is like the little icon? Because it's like it should be like a lot of them. Like, what's the icon?
Right, so the icon has like scales and it's just called Pivot. So if you go to Google Play like right now.
Mm-hmm. Pivots, because my phone right there. So, but pivots, Google. I got an Apple, but so with pivot points, go to the App Store. It's just called Pivots, and it has scales on it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna send that out to the group so everybody can download that one, so they don't have to use the calculator. They can just use on their phone. That's beautiful. That's perfect.
So that's good.
Yeah, use that one. That's right on, spot on.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. Everybody heard that? Go to your I'm gonna send an email out as well. I'm gonna find the app and and I'm going to send it out to everybody as well, so you guys can start utilizing that for all your pivot points. It's going to make your life 10 times easier. But keep in mind, like I always say as well, TradingView has the pivots on there as well. Okay, TradingView has the pivots there as well. Okay.
Now, does TradingView have a Google Play app?
No, so yes, it does. So I have TradingView on my phone and on my computer as well. Yep, my phone and my computer.
TradingView app.
Mm-hmm. Just go to the Play Store and type in TradingView. Okay, and you should be good to go there. All right, hey, look, check this out. SPY is going back to retest that R1 right here. It's going back to retest that R1 and it's going straight into a supply zone as well, a 1 hour supply zone. Okay, that's where it's heading to. Okay, so everybody, what I want you to start doing, so over the next couple days, over the weekend, what I want you guys to start doing is just pull up the computer, find a stop, and just go get your pivots, get comfortable drawing your pivots, and then go find the supply and demand zones. All right, and then next week on Monday, we're going to start going deeper and breaking down some more stuff for you. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, and keep in mind, if you guys have any questions, you can reach out to me in the Discord chat. You can reach just hit me up, let me know if you have any questions on the Discord chat or wherever. Okay. And also, each class is in the portal, so you'll be able to see this recording in the portal as well. And make sure you start focusing. Yes, ma'am.
Those portals are not opening.
So when you're trying to log into the portal, it's not accepting your username and password.
It's common when you send me the thing in the morning. I must be in the wrong space. Where should I look?
So take a look at. Matter of fact, let me put the portal link in the chat right now. One sec. Okay, so boom. Let me find it 1 second.
Miss Young, is the pivot point green and white?
She said it has scales on it.
I see one right now where it's like red and white.
It's red and white. It has scales.
Not really. It's kind of like it's called easy pivot point.
Yeah, maybe it's different from the iPhone.
I just put the link to the portal in the chat. And if you've never been into the portal before, you're gonna have to use your email address, but create a new password. But if you have been in the portal, in this particular portal, the replay portal, then you can
I'm doing class time, but after class, I don't get it in.
Yes, ma'am. It's a different portal. Yes. So when you go to this portal, click on that link, open up a new, create a new password. You can use the same username, but create a new password.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. So remember, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, you'll get an email. But we're having our counseling session tomorrow night, everybody. Okay, so y'all tune in for that counseling session tomorrow. All right, everyone. Y'all have a good one. If you have any questions, let me know, okay?
Okay,
All right. Bye-bye.
bye.
All right, YouTube. How everybody doing on YouTube? That shit was a sneak peek into our one of our coaching classes, one of our accelerated program, one of them, and we had like a live trading session, coaching session type thing for them today. And if you guys want to be a part of the, if you guys want to learn how to trade options, I have a free master class coming up this Sunday at 7:30 p.m. this Sunday. We have a free master class, and in this master class, going to break down some things about trading stock options. So if you want to be a part of that, feel free to. You can go to my Instagram, and just type in the word webinar under any one of my pictures, and it'll pull up for you. Okay. And also, you can go to any of my previous videos on YouTube, or my previous video on YouTube, and you can see it. The link is there as well. All right. Everybody, listen. Y'all have a good one. All praise to the Most High. I'll talk to you guys later.